Now we're going to turn to some questions that came from Saul, and Saul was wonderful and gave us a couple of questions. I'm just going to feed them one at a time. His very first question is, what is the best time to post?
That is a great question. And it is something we get a lot of. And by the way, you will get varying opinions on this. So one of the opinions I wanted to show you was Buffer app. And for those of you who are not familiar with Buffer app is a third party tool that allows you to push your social media updates to Twitter and Facebook. So they actually show you an example here. They made a cute little infographic, and this is based on Eastern Standard Time. And they say the best times to post on Twitter are from 1 to 3, from Facebook from 1 to 4, from LinkedIn to 5 to 6, from Instagram from 5 to 6, for Tumblr from 7 to 10, from Pinterest to 8 to 11, and from Google Plus 9 to 11 a.m. So it's interestingly enough, the Google Plus is the morning one. Now, I do want to comment about this, and I want to say that this also may vary a little bit, and you want to actually understand your audience here. This is important. Like, I completely wholeheartedly agree with the Pinterest thing. And the reason I agree is because that's when people get on Pinterest, is at night when they're trying to plan things out and they're really ready to sit down and dig in and shop. Whereas, like Facebook, you can see 1 to 4. So this is kind of that audience of afternoon planners. But I also want to mention that there's been some great research that's been done about days of the week as well. Oftentimes, you'll find that a lot of traffic is happening Monday through Friday, and then so many businesses drop off on the weekends. But as you guys know, your stores are often open on a Saturday. And even if you're not open on a Sunday, if you have messaging going out on those days of the week, that can also give you that greater advantage in those news feeds and the other feeds, because all the other brands are dropping off. Now, I say this now, but I guarantee you in 6 months, everybody will be doing this. So that is one of the things that you also want to keep in mind. One of the things I highly recommend is that you do some testing yourself. Everyone has different audiences, and yes, there are platform specific times, but we have done our own testing with clients. So that is one of the things that we will do, is we will actually roll different things out at different times and see what is resonating most effectively. And the best thing I can tell you, and if you get to know your tools, so for example, we'll take you right over to Facebook, your insights here will tell you what is resonating. So you'll be able to see, okay, I've published, so you can look at your posts here and you can see what time of day you've published, and then look at which ones have had the greatest reach. Now, mind you, please keep in mind that you also want to compare this not only to time of day, but also what you're publishing. So photos always do better than just general links. So that is something you have to keep in mind when you're evaluating things. Additionally, I did want to show this, is you can see that depending upon who you're marketing to, remember we talked about audiences, you can see that there's that before work, during the workday, and after workday breakdowns. So again, it's going to depend, as in like we're talking about a bridal market, brides will look at things on their lunch hour. They'll often look at things, how many people go out for afternoon coffee between 2 and 4 p.m. I know I see the lines get longer at Starbucks in certain areas of the country, because if you live in an urban area, people leave work for a few minutes, go out. So think about it. Then they're checking their phones. They're going to look at their Instagram. So I do want you to keep in mind these numbers are also relative to where you are in the country and what platforms you're using.